the war in the Middle East?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's really important for us to stay the course in the Middle East. And I want to say that I thank all our Vermont citizens, our young men and women who are serving over in Iraq right now, especially some of the young men from our own community in Beaver Pond, Vermont. I think there is a lot of good that we can do for the people over there. But if we don't fight them there, we'll be fighting them here in our own home. And while Amber and Marguerite would probably enjoy having some swarthy Middle Eastern men running around the trailer park, it's really not good for our community as a whole. And so for our country's sake, I think we need to stay there. Well, yes, actually, I've had the pleasure of working with our Federal Emergency Management Group, or FEMA, on a number of occasions. And let me say that some of the work that I have done locally has also been an asset to our community in cases of emergency. You may recall in Beaver Pond my color-coded emergency system, both for natural disasters and for international terrorism. But additionally, there were a couple of episodes. One was when Beaver Creek flooded, and we called on FEMA, and they were here within 2 weeks, and they really helped out a great deal, both of those individuals. It was wonderful. And then additionally, there was the time when we had a tornado come into town and ravage our trailer park. And once again, within no more than 2 or 3 weeks, we had FEMA here assisting us. And I can only say, FEMA, you did a heck of a job. And you know, there were some accusations that FEMA discriminated against the poor, the disenfranchised, black Americans. And there were similar accusations made here at the trailer park that the cosmetically challenged were discriminated against. And let me tell you now that those accusations were completely untrue. There was absolutely no discrimination against the cosmetically challenged. Also, I sincerely apologize for that Photoshop picture of me and Karl Rove that was on my website. That has been taken down. I think the page system is very important for helping to educate our young people about our democratic system and our governmental process. There is so much that we can teach our young people about our democratic process, but there's also so much that we can learn from our young people. For example, I have been involved with a young man in Beaver Pond. His name is Chad, and he's actually president of the student council. And he has taught me so much about how the young people communicate with each other. In fact, he's taught me how to IM and how to email and send photographs and text back and forth. And frankly, hearing about all the controversy with Representative Foley has really excited me about the possibility of going to Washington and meeting some of these pages, some of those young men, you know, with their little ties and tight pants and willing to help you out. It really excites me, and I think there's lots of things that I can do to help encourage young people in our system. Let me tell you that my webpage currently states my opinion on that topic as it stands now. The issue of immigration over our borders has recently become a topic on the national level. For instance, there's discussion about Mexicans crossing the border into the United States from the south. And also we have this problem here in the north in Beaver Pond because we're so close to the Canadian border. And so we've dealt with this issue before. And some have said, you know, Mayor Bibbs, don't you think you should build a wall or some kind of fence to prevent these Canadians from coming in? And I simply say that, you know, if we were to build a 10-foot wall, they would find a 12-foot ladder and come across. Citizens of Vermont, it has been a great pleasure of mine to represent the local people of Beaver Pond over the last few years. I now wish to represent our state at large in Washington, D.C. I feel there are very important issues that need to be addressed that our local leaders are not addressing now. The people I'm running against, Bernie Sanders and Rich Tarrant, don't have the degree of experience that I have. I'm committed to promoting freedom and democracy abroad. And let me tell you, when I say abroad, I know what I'm talking about. In this election, it's important to realize that you have a choice between Bernie Sanders, Rich Tarrant, or myself. I ask you to support me in this election. And on election day, I ask that you take a risk and write in Fisk.